I made a commitment to play a video that I saw last night on social media. I saw it on X where Elon Musk had reposted this man's video. I don't know who the guy is. I don't know where he's from, but I know his message resonates throughout the land. We should all be this angry. Consider our hard-earned tax dollars being funneled into slush funds by a Biden administration that was completely out of control. When we saw the lunatics outside the Treasury Department the other day, and it was every last one of them, Schumer and Maxine Waters, all of them, Elizabeth Warren, screeching and howling and chanting. And what are they upset about? Elon Musk discovering the misuse, the blatant, grotesque misuse of taxpayer money for all of these crazy leftist initiatives all over the world, taking taxpayer money. Let me again remind you, USAID is not, repeat, not a charity. This is the biggest media fiscal scandal that we've seen in many, many, many years. And the reason they're so upset about it is because they got caught. They got caught red-handed. And you ought to be mad about it. Every one of us ought to be angry. We ought to be asking for a refund on our taxes. We didn't authorize our money going to fund Sesame Street in Iraq. We didn't authorize our tax funds to go to a pro-Politico fancy bells and whistles subscription to a Trump and MAGA hating media outlet like Politico. We didn't fund that. Congress didn't authorize that. And pay attention to the usual suspects in the mainstream media, pretending this is a vast right-wing conspiracy, from Mediaite to the Daily Beast, Drudge, Axios. Axios says, oh, this is false information. It wasn't really funding Politico. The Biden administration was simply buying $75,000 a piece subscriptions to get the super-duper service from Politico. And it turns out Politico, of course, was continually assailing Trump and MAGA. You know, somebody posted on social media, if a Republican administration used federal tax dollars to pay for premium subscriptions at the Daily Wire or Town Hall or the Mike Gallagher Show, the press outlets that are right now pretending there's no controversy would have their hair on fire. Mark Caputo used to work for Politico. He has shared that Politico editors not only shut down the Hunter Biden laptop story, but told reporters, directed them not to talk or tweet about it. Politico buried and killed stories that highlighted serious and substantive and legitimate concerns about Joe Biden's cognitive decline. Well, look, if the Biden administration is paying you millions of dollars, you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. Look, from where I sit, Politico is done. I don't know how they survive this. I don't know how any of these media outlets who were collecting funds from the taxpayer through these slush funds are going to survive this. And every American should be livid. I made a commitment. I'm going to play this guy every hour today. I want you to see and hear from an angry black American who is livid at the way he has been used by the Democrat Party and the media.
The Democratic Party have lied to us about everything. They've lied about being the party of the middle class. They've lied about being the party of peace. They've lied about being the party that wants to help poor people. Okay? What the last several weeks have proven to us all is that this is a cadre of criminals and losers and spoiled children of affluent parents who were more concerned about looking good than actually doing good. These are people who were more concerned about looking like they were doing something for the American people than actually doing things for the American people. And that's why I'm so angry. Because this party lied to me while stealing my tax dollars. The Democratic Party lied to us all while they brought in millions of illegal immigrants for their own political purposes for the last 4 years. 20 to 30 million illegal aliens brought in, and now we come to USAID being probably the largest money laundering operation in American history. Congratulations, Dems. You've outdone even Bernie Madoff. I'm disgusted beyond words. Disgusted with the waste of money. Disgusted with the waste, with the fraud. With the way that you people use color legitimacy, and the way you use black people as mules to get us to push whatever agenda you wanted to. The amount of division you used black people to sow upon the American people, you used us for that. And I will never, ever forgive this political party that I've gone through personally. Y'all were supposed to be the party of free speech, the party of women's rights. You have immolated all of those things. And then, as if enough weren't enough, you then decide that you're going to die on the hill of USAID, a government audit. You're trying to prevent a government audit because some of you really are trying to stay out of prison. We see the game now. Y'all been out here telling us that the game was rigged against certain people. Well, now we found out who the people that were rigging the game were. Congratulations. Y'all are never going to win another political race ever again. Not if I can help it.
Isn't that a beautiful thing? Isn't that an absolutely beautiful, beautiful thing to see? And this is the beauty of X. Guy posted a video on social media. This is why they hate X. If that guy had posted that a couple of years ago, he'd have gotten banned. They'd have shut his account down. The FBI might be knocking on his door, for all we know. They stole our tax dollars. And they don't know what they've been exposed. They've been caught. And it's just beginning. You know there's going to be more. That's why they want to subpoena Elon Musk. That's why they want to lock him up. One of the elected representatives this week on Capitol Hill, some goofy congressman said they need to put him in jail. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this was a guy, according to my producer, who started out not supporting Donald Trump. Do you know how many people are supporting him now? This White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, is really something. Here she was yesterday spelling out what President Trump's administration via DOGE has uncovered about funding for a media organization, a left-leaning, Trump-hating, anti-MAGA media organization like Politico.
So upon coming out here to the briefing room, I was made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat in this room. And I can confirm that the more than $8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayers' dime will no longer be happening. The DOGE team is working on canceling those payments now. Again, this is a whole of government effort to ensure that we are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. And this president and his team are making decisions across the board on, do these receipts serve the interests of the American people?
Now, Everything she said, of course, was factual. You can't dispute that. They're trying, though. Drew, in fact, in South Carolina, just sent a text. I'm hearing they're big mad about the audit, but what I'm not hearing is anyone disputing the truth of what they're claiming they found. Well, they are. They're trying. The Daily Beast. Politico goes toe-to-toe with MAGA over the money rumors. Mediaite, MAGA influencers push the false claim. Now, you know why they say it's a false claim? They're hung up on the word funded. Well, these $75,000 subscriptions didn't really fund Politico. Here's the best part of all. Axios. Axios says there was a false conspiracy theory that USAID was funding Politico. Prime example of how false information sweeps through social media, says Axios. You know what's at the end of the Axios article? A disclaimer. Are you ready for it? Disclosure. Our Axios Pro products provide in-depth policy and industry news to paying subscribers, including government employees. Last year, $5,550 in payments were made to Axios as part of an FCC subscription, according to the government's database that tracks federal spending. They had to do a disclosure in the article that pretended it wasn't happening, that it's happening, even for them. Wow.